Hello guys, welcome to HRL Season 5, round number 15. Really close to the end here. Floodline SX is going to be heat number 2. I said that in this video. I wanted to go over some of the similarities, some of the changes to this track compared to the Reach version. Like I said, this is, unless I'm just completely blanking on one, I think it's the first Reach SX remake that we've raced on Halo 5. But go over the start for a second here. Green flag, Fireball with just a great start, great hole shot. Real Deal Vulcan, close battle for second there. Real Deal with the hard case. Going to lose that spot. Might even lose another spot as well to Uncle Blake, but then it looks like Real Deal's going to get it back. This one's definitely going to have an interesting last spot battle between Champ and Uncle Blake. But yeah, looks like Vulcan trying to make a move here up front. It's actually pretty close behind Fireball. Not too far off him. If he can keep that gap, then Vulcan could be in good position. Real Deal obviously trying to compete for a heat win here now too, and he doesn't want to see Fireball get that heat win because Real Deal is still also competing for third place in points with Fireball, so that would be huge for Fireball to get this heat win. In terms of his battle, that would definitely help him out a ton. Can't mulligan out that point either. Vulcan with the Goomba Stomp pass on Fireball, and Vulcan is gonna take the lead off of him. That was actually hilarious. That was a great pass. But now that that's happened, I'm gonna go over some of the this lap. I'm going to go over some of the changes. So this whole first section of the track, pretty much the same. Can't really say much there. That sand section's different. I don't think there was anything there at all. Maybe some whoops all the way around, but now there's a sand section. This split section was just a triple. That's all it was. Bunch of open space and a triple. Now it made it into an interesting split section. This part's the same. This upcoming part, one of my favorite parts of the track, to be honest, in terms of flow, is the same. Tabletop, absolutely the same. This whole section over here, very, very similar. Completely the same, I would even say. Oh, Fireball cheesing himself again. He's actually gaining on Vulcan quite a bit, but then cheesing himself. And then this is the new section. Decided that this track just did not, on Reach it was good, but on this game it just did not have enough of a skill gap. Like, not even close. It needed a skill section. So that finish line jump is the same, but that whole section from after that little like tabletop whoop section until the finish line is completely different, completely original. Made that plus the split section and the sand section as well. Those were made to add some skill gap to the track, add some skill to it. Because when we were looking at the track, because we had it all built out exactly how it was, we realized that it just didn't have enough skill gap. So we decided to fix that, modify some sections, and add a little more skill gap to it. We're thinking about doing the same thing for Dalium if it gets raced again next season. Just keeping the same track layout because it's a good layout, but just modifying the sections, making them a little bit different, making them a little more skill based to switch up how these drivers ride around the track. I think it could be interesting. I think it could definitely add another layer, and it has here. I mean, you've seen it in these heats already. That section is separating a ton of people. The people that can hit it correctly gain a crap load of time. They are really, really fast. And the people that can't hit it correctly are struggling. They're trying to pick up in other spots of the track to try to hold on, and they're trying to essentially block the people behind them when they get to that skill section, because that's their only chance at actually staying in front of those people. Because if you can hit that section perfect, you're going to be making gains. You're going to be making big gains. It is insane. I mean, the skill gap in terms of time between people that could hit it and couldn't in qualifying was a full second to 2 full seconds. I mean, that's just crazy. That is a ton of time to be gaining each lap. So I think that the changes that we made, because you can also make a bunch of time in the sand section, you can also make a bunch of time in the split section. I think the changes that we made were definitely good. I definitely support them. And I would like to go this direction. I might have been talking about it in the Slinger race. I would like to go this direction in the future. I would definitely like to see more skill gap tracks in the future. I think that would, or tracks, most of the track can be built the same way, but just have 1 or 2 seconds. You don't want the whole entire track to be sections like that. That would just be, you'd have to be a psychopath to do that. But a track with 1 or 2 technical sections, I think, is a good track. So even with the GPs, the SX, everything that we can, motocross, possible rally action, possible go-kart comeback, yeah, we'll see about that. With all these types of tracks, trying to add in 1 or 2 skill sections, I think it'll work out. Anyways, getting close to the end here, Vulcan trying to hold on to this lead, and he's casing, he's choking. He's got to land this clean. Despite that pretty horrible run out of Vulcan there, still holding the lead. White flag, final lap. Could Vulcan take this heat race on a supercross over Fireball? I mean, that would be absolutely okay. Well, yeah. Well, there goes the hype. Yeah, Vulcan just cases that's the risky thing, and I was gonna commentate on that earlier if I wasn't going over track stuff. Yeah, that last corner, if you take it, as with a lot of corners in Supercross, if you take the corner as inside as you possibly can, as far inside as humanly possible, like he just did right there, and he's going to case this too, watch. Yep, there it is. If you do that with a lot of corners and a lot of Supercross tracks, not going to work out for you, but it's still exciting here. Vulcan, surprisingly, still right behind Fireball, so if Fireball makes a little mistake, Vulcan could have a chance. Here it is. Oh, Fireball's looking good. And Vulcan makes another mistake. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. Fireball going to take the heat win there. Vulcan going to settle for second. But yeah, my point was Vulcan was hitting that that last corner as far inside as possible pretty much every lap, and in my opinion, he was getting lucky every lap. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to take that corner a little wide. I mean, look at how freaking long that tabletop is. It's not guaranteed that you're going to land it if you take it super inside. So you got to kind of gauge how wide you want to go in the corner before to figure out, best way to get as much distance as possible. But anyways, there's your heat number 2. Pretty good heat. That was a good battle between Fireball and Vulcan. Unexpectedly, there's the results on the screen. Top 4 going to the semi. That'll be up next. See you guys later.